This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Here's one. How does Arn think a Four Horsemen versus a fabulous Freebird feud would have done? And what about the Horsemen versus the Von Erichs? So we'll start with the first one. Horsemen, Freebirds. That would have been interesting, but I guess my question is, who would have been the good guys in that scenario?
Oh, God, I don't know. They had a huge following. It could have been very, very interesting. And I think you could have took any combination of it could have been me, Ole, Rick. It could have been Tully, Ole, Rick against three of those guys. Any three, it could have been me, Tully, Ole against those guys. Me, Tully, Barry against those guys. It would have been nice, on our wish list, it would have been nice to have caught them when they were at their peak and we were at our peak. And it really wouldn't have mattered to me who they were screaming for or against, as long as they were all screaming and very loudly.
What about the Freebirds? Not the Freebirds, but the Von Erichs. Did you ever do anything with them?
I never worked with those guys. Couple of times they came in for big Bill Watts shows while I was there, I think. Like the Superdome, I think they might have been there. Kerry and Kevin, maybe. Not positive, but I think maybe they did a house show in Oklahoma City or Tulsa or one of those. But I really was never around those guys. Anytime they appeared at a WWE event, I just made sure I went up and shook their hand and thanked them for being there. It was not lost on me what stars they were and mega stars at one time, and all the tragedy that those poor parents had to go through, losing all that many, children is a mega monster, just monster, terrible story. And it's, what they brought to the business was something very, very special, but we never worked with those guys. And I don't know I'm sure it would have been fine, but I don't know that that's something that would have been on my wish list.
Michael wants to know, on the previous 83 weeks, Eric Bischoff mentioned that in March of 97, you were honored by receiving the key to the city in your hometown of Rome, Georgia. I was wondering if you remember that day and how you felt receiving such an honor.
I did. I was kind of looking for the snipers in the upper deck during that show because, let's face it, I got a little rowdy when I was growing up in Rome. There wasn't a whole lot to do, and the group of guys that I hung around with was kind of like me. We're a bunch of rednecks, just say it. We're just a bunch of rednecks. And if we weren't fighting at the McDonald's parking lot, the deal was there was a East McDonald's, which is East Rome, where I went to school, and there was a West McDonald's, which was West Rome, and they were our rival. If you wanted to get in a fight, all you'd had to do was just go to West Rome McDonald's, park your car, get out and sit down at one of the tables, and within 20 minutes, the shit was on because we had invaded enemy territory. So I was kind of thinking there might be some leftover heat from some of that stuff that went on, but it was an honor. Chip Burnham, I think, was responsible for that, who was a great friend of mine and he was the comptroller for Turner, and he would run a lot of the live events and stuff in the TVs and settle up the gates in the houses. And when he told me about that, I was very honored, and it was a good day. It really was.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.